How's it going, guys? So today we're going to be working on the Cobalt. This will be the second upgrade now, first being the coilovers, and the second upgrade will be the CX Racing intercooler kit that we bought. So it comes with the intercooler, obviously, comes with all the piping, comes with a tiny little blow-off valve in purple for some reason, and all the clamps. This kit actually covers all the tubing that goes from the turbo to the intercooler, around, and then up into the intake manifold. A lot of the tubing kits you buy just come with the upper. This actually comes with everything, so it actually has a mount for the right here where I guess like the map sensor goes in, and for the hose, and there's for the blow-off valve. So let's get installing. Stuck it up under there, and it's in, but it's actually fits really tight against the condenser, which I don't really like. So I'm gonna have to end up trimming a little bit of this bumper, if you can see there where it's touching on both sides. They have pictures on the website, and the pictures show using these little brackets here and basically just kind of bolting them on, but of course there's no hole here. So you need to put a tab or a hole or something. Alright guys, so I got the bumper off. So I've pretty much just marked a little area right here that has to get cut off. So I'm just going to take the cutoff wheel, cut it off, and then we'll test fit the intercooler. Alright, so you can see I just cut a little notch, and then I'll kind of flatten there. This one I did kind of better because I kind of went angled up. But hopefully that's going to give enough clearance. Put the intercooler back on there and see how it looks. I ended up taking the brackets that came with the kit, and I drilled new holes here because this one put it in totally the wrong spot. Now it comes with these spacers, and I could have put the spacer on it like this and then underneath this bracket. That's kind of how I set my spacing of where I wanted it. Could have put it like that. But then I don't think there would have been really enough material. I would have had to like add a little piece of material to this part right here. So I did it this way. This will work really good. So now all I got to do is cut this down, you know, kind of smooth that off. Same thing, cut that. But I also noticed that I need to trim a tiny bit more because it's touching here and it's not level. So I'll have to pull the intercooler off, take a little chunk out of there, and then I'll cut these brackets and get the top mounted, and then we can put this back on and then figure out how to mount the bottom part. So I shortened up those brackets, got it mounted, and I'll tell you, I guess this is stainless, these things. Super hard to drill through. But got it drilled, got it mounted. So now throw it back on the car, and then once it's on the car, we got to figure out those bottom brackets. It's kind of weird. They actually want you to cut a hole, which is funny. There's actually a hole in this spoiler already, which is a little messed up, but yeah, there actually is a hole on both sides, which is weird. But anyways, so we could put it through the spoiler. Like they said, I mean, it is easy. I'll see once I get it on how that looks and how that'll work. Otherwise, we'll figure something else out. Intercooler definitely adds some weight to it. I think for now I'll just put it in with the 2 bolts, just in case I gotta take it off again, which I don't think I should. But now there's a nice clearance between the intercooler itself and the air conditioning condenser, and that's how it looks under there. So yeah, now we just have to figure out how we're going to mount it. Probably just do it the way they say to. It's easy, and that spoiler's already messed up anyway, so cutting some holes in it is no big deal. So have to probably jack it up now and then get under there and figure that out. All right, so now I got her all mounted up, you can see it. I'll show you how the lower brackets go. So yeah, they just bolt on there. You cut a little hole, access hole in this, and then they just bolt on right there, which is super simple. And it's nice and sturdy. So we got that on, and then we'll go underneath, and hopefully you can see there, that's where the throttle body is. And they kind of only give you like a 2.5 inch silicone, but I was able to stretch it on there because it's more like 2 3/4 inch. And then from there goes the other pipe, which we'll put on now. Here is the next pipe that goes in, and as you can see, we already put the map sensor on right there. And then this is the difference between the old one and the new one. So I already put that silicone up there. So that goes on. And then pretty much we have to go a 90, I guess this piece of straight pipe, and then a 90, and that gets us into the intercooler. So that 90 goes to this little short piece, which I wasn't sure at first what that short piece was for. And then it goes into another 90, and then you can't see down there, but it goes up to the throttle body, and that part is done. So next we're going to start on the top one, and the top one's pretty simple. It just hooks to the intercooler and then goes basically up to the turbo. We ended up getting this other part on, which as you can tell I'd never filmed, but so pretty much you got a 2 inch to 2.5 inch rubber silicone here, a couple clamps, and you got your pipe and your fancy purple blow-off valve, pipe to another silicone, and that goes down there, and then it just comes out there. So pretty simple. That all went pretty good overall. It fits nice. I'll show you guys the difference. So here's the original one, and as you can see, it squishes down to really flat, which doesn't really make any sense because, I mean, look at this one, and it clears the hood no problem. So I don't really understand the purpose behind that. The bottom one also had like some dents in it too for clearance, which like right there, which it obviously doesn't really need. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the install of the intercooler kit. Let's take a look. That's how she looks. Looks pretty level and pretty good, I would say. Everything seemed to fit all right. Once again, no instructions whatsoever, which kind of sucks. I still got to hook up this blow-off valve, which the hose goes there. I'm thinking I'm just going to tee it into this hose, which goes to this thing, which I'm... Write in the comments if you know what this is, this thing, but it's also got this on it. I don't know. Looks like an injector plug of some sort, so it obviously is some kind of sensor, I'm guessing. And it also goes down to the map sensor. So I mean, it does go to the intake. This just goes down to some kind of box down below, which then comes back up to here. So it has vacuum. So I could tee into here too with that, but then I got a hose running right across, which I don't really like. So I think this looks nicer. So I'm hoping that teeing it in here is going to be good. The only issue with that is they gave me this T-fitting, which A, doesn't have any kind of barbs on it, so I think it would just come off, which is really weird. And it's also not big enough. I need a bigger one. Yeah, I think that's it. Overall, install's pretty good. The blow-off valve, I'm not 100% sure. I've done some reading where they say that if you run an external blow-off valve, because this thing has an internal blow-off valve on the turbo already, some kind, recirculation valve, I guess, that you have to shim something or put something, I don't know. ZZP says to put some kind of spacer block off plate or something for the original one, but this one obviously didn't say anything because there's no instructions. So I don't know, but whatever.
we'll figure that out later. If we have to block it off, we'll block it off. Honestly, we didn't necessarily want a blow-off valve or need a blow-off valve. It just so happens the kit comes with one. So we could just make it so that the blow-off valve stays closed all the time. But I mean, it's on there, so you know, we could have it to make the whooshing noises that they make. So yeah, that's gonna be it, I think, for this one. It's probably a little short. I mean, overall, there wasn't really, you know, a lot of stuff. Like I said, I could have filmed some of it a little bit more, the actual install, but yeah, it was good. And we got some more aftermarket upgrades, I guess you could say, coming in the next video. And then we will probably put the front end on right away. We got a brand new front nose and bumper and all that kind of stuff for it. I don't know if we're gonna have to do any modifying of it to fit this intercooler. I doubt it. It should be pretty much straightforward. Once we do that, I think we got one more upgrade coming, and then get that done, and then hopefully the car will be ready to like run and get back on the road. I'm also building a cold air intake. So I ordered from CX Racing this. It's 2.5 to 3 inch, and it goes down here into the turbo like so. It'll go like that. And then I have some 3-inch aluminum tubing. I'm gonna build a cold air intake. I got some U-bend, one U-bend here, and then I got a 45 bend, and then a couple miscellaneous pieces. And I also got from the junkyard, you probably saw it in one of the junkyard videos, I picked up this K&N filter, nice big one. So that's gonna go on there. The plan with it is to run it, it's gonna run up here, down with that 45, through this hole right there, and then I'm gonna mount the filter somehow like that. So it'll be right in the wheel well. I mean, it's still gonna be covered with plastic shieldings and stuff, so it shouldn't get wet, that type of thing, but it should get cool air, not from the engine. So in order to do that, I had to, the MAP sensor actually, no, the MAF sensor actually goes inside of there, which is right here. That bolts on top of the, into the air cleaner box, which used to mount like right here. Here's the wires for it. So Clayton is making me kind of a block that'll mount into. If you ever see an aftermarket cold air intake, it already has that block, of course. And then there's also this tube, which is like a vent, I guess, from the valve cover. So Clayton made this thing for me, which is gonna get welded on there, and it is a replica of this from the original. If you can see, he made it pretty much exactly the same. So that's gonna be welded on to that tube, and then the other little thing that he made that's gonna mount this MAF, that'll get welded on too, but that'll probably be in the next video or the next one after that. One of those videos. He hasn't made that little block. Otherwise, I probably could have done it this weekend, but it's gonna have to wait. So anyways, guys, if you like what you're watching, watch the next one. Watch the other ones. Watch our other videos, building cars and stuff. And hey, we're gonna be getting back to a lot more muscle cars. And it's springtime, or whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna be doing cruising and racing and all that kind of stuff. Stay tuned for a Nova video coming up shortly. I got some new parts for it that'll be going in right away. That might even be the next video that I make before I make another Cobalt one. So stay tuned, and we'll check you later.